Hi everyone, Sandy here. Welcome to my channel. This is a quick little sort of a tutorial showing you how I finished up and how I cut some of the papers for my little Tim Holtz accordion folio that I received pre-made in my last design team package for my November package. And actually I have finished it up in the Echo Park family paper collection that I'm currently using as my design team project on a larger album. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I finished this up on the inside and decorated it up to go inside my album. So I received this little Tim Holtz accordion folio in my design team package from Country Craft Creations in my November package, which I'll be finishing up this week and getting the main album, which I'm currently working on, getting that done. So this is the album, and I'm going to put this little accordion folio inside that album. And then I thought, well, maybe I should do a separate little quick video of how to finish this little accordion. If you, maybe you're not doing that other project and you want to do just this, or you picked it up at the Country Craft Creations barn sale. This little folio is regularly $6.99, and in the barn sale on November the 30th, it was $3.50. So you might still be able to pick it up for that. I don't know. You just have to check online. At Country Craft Creations, search for Tim Holtz Ideology Accordion Folio. And so if you picked it up at the sale and you want to do something with it, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this one, and then I'm going to put it in that other album. So I had already started on it. This comes with a tie ribbon like this to keep it closed, and it's pretty clunky. I decided I'm not going to use that on mine. I'm going to use the ribbon that matches my project. So what I did on the back, I attached this ribbon, about a 10.5-inch piece on each side on the back, fastened it down with glue and tape, and then I added this piece back here, which the accordion back measures 4.25 by 6. So I cut this piece of paper 4.25 by 5.75. So I'm making everything 1/4 of an inch smaller than the section I put it in. This piece here, and the collection that I'm using is Echo Park's family. I cut a piece, the 4.25 by 5.75, and then I matted a cut apart that I trimmed down to fit on that. So that's what I have on the cover. And then the little spine sections to help support them a little more, a scrap of paper from the collection. I cut 4 that are 3/8 by, and I cut them at 5 7/8 to make them a little longer. So I put one in each on the two on the inside, and then on the outside as well. So that's what I've done so far on this. So we're ready to work on all this. This is the accordion part that comes out, but I'm going to attach mine in. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is totally optional, you don't have to do this, I'm going to cut away this bottom flap. I'm just going to line that up. Make sure it's straight. Maybe I should do it with my scissors. Probably could do a better job with my scissors. I'm just going to cut away that hinge there and that flap. I decided I don't want those on there. I'm going to use it something else. I'm going to make a tag out of it or something. So I just cut that off. So now we just have it this way. Save that. Now I want to work on this. Now I'm going to make this, instead of a flap, see how it opens up? I'm going to seal it off. But first I'm going to pattern this section here, and I'm going to cut that into that is 4 inches. I'm going to make that 3 3/4 wide by 5 3/4 tall. So let me get a piece of paper for that. So I'm using my scraps that I have left from doing a bigger project. You could use any scraps you want. So this one, I'm going to cut down, what did I say, 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'm not doing any inking on this project. You can do inking as you cut each of your pattern paper. So that should fit right in there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. Then we can glue the pocket down. Let's line this up. So when you cut it 1/4 of an inch smaller, you have about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Top and bottom here, side to side. So I'll burnish that in. And so this is going to close up here. So you see a little bit of the paper on the side. That's what I wanted. I want to seal up this short edge here and the bottom. Just like that. Close that up. Seal that little pocket up. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how to cut that. But before I do that, that piece here that I cut off the flap, I'm going to take this 1/2 inch off where they had it scored. So it's going to make it about a 3 inch wide piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to take my angle punch and use the largest size just on 2 upper ends. So this one I didn't have cut straight. Let me cut it a little bit better. There we go. So get my angle like that. And then I'm going to round the 2 bottom corners with the 10 millimeter. And that makes a tag that's going to go in that pocket just like that. So that fits in there. So let's lay that out for now, and we're going to cut our paper here for the pocket. So I have this scrap. So this pocket is 3 3/4 wide. So I'm going to want to cut it at 3 1/2 wide on this scrap here. 3 1/2 wide. Okay. And then the tallest part here is that's 6, so 5 3/4 tall. So that should be like that. Now we're going to have to cut this angle out. So this short side here is, looks like 2 1/8. So I'm going to cut this, or make a mark, 2 1/8 at 1 7/8 on this side here from the bottom. 1 7/8. Grab my pencil and put a tick mark right here. Then I'm going to go to the trimmer. Hopefully this should all fit. Where the tick mark is, I'm going to line it up right there. Swing this upper corner there. Keep that tick mark in the channel. And then I'm just going to slice that section off. And then we'll see how it fits. And it looks pretty good. Okay, so now we'll glue that down. So glue here on this back side. and line it up on the edge, side to side, and burnish it down. So there's that pocket on that side. And of course our tag goes in there like that. So now let's go ahead. This will be really simple here. We're going to put a pattern piece here because part of that shows when this folio is standing correct. So let me see what paper I want to get for that one. I do like this darker color here. So what did I say? That one, I want it 3 1/4 wide. And it measures 6, so that's 5 3/4 tall. 3/4 tall. So that glues right there on this section here. So we'll get that on. That's the back side of this floral print that I used on the pocket. It's also what I used on the spaces in between the sections of the folio. So right in here, these little sections here. So I'm going to use the darker side here. So it's going to be about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Burnish that down. And I can always put a cut apart there if I want to. So when that stands up, it's going to look like that. So that looks good. I like that. So let's open it up. Now, this side here, I'm also going to make this a pocket. So I don't need to cover all the way in. It's going to be 5 3/4 tall by, let's do 1 1/4. That should be enough. 1 1/4 wide by 5 3/4 tall. So let me grab a scrap here. See what I got. That might work. If I have anything that is long enough. All my pieces are getting really short. Yeah, too short. Ooh, got the black. Okay, I haven't used this black yet. So what did I say? 1 1/4 wide. Should be plenty. And then 5 3/4 tall. Oh, I cut that wrong. What was I thinking? Okay. 1 3/4. Yeah. 1 3/4 tall. So I still have plenty. No panic yet. 1 3/4 wide. That makes more sense. By 5 3/4. Okay, now then, this glues here to the left side, and then we'll attach the pocket down. So let's do our glue. So hopefully you saw these little folios if you follow Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations, or you shop at Country Craft Creations online store, that you did see the barn sale and that you picked up maybe this little folio because it was reduced during the barn sale on Saturday, November the 30th. As I'm recording this, I looked and they still were available at that price. So, you know, double check and see. If you have it, then you can join in on creating this. So we have that piece down. So now we're just going to seal up the pocket on the 2 short edges. and then seal that up. Burnish both sides to make sure it stays attached. So that's going to be a little pocket there. We can tuck a photo in there or just small items. But now we need to pattern this side, and since I goofed up, but I hope I have enough. Let's see here. That, or I like that color right there. I'm going to use that one. So I need this one to be 1 3/4 wide. Which that was just about. And the 5 3/4 tall. Okay. So that's going to go on the pocket section right here. Okay. So we glue that on. Or this would be kind of cool with the frames. What do we think? I like the little print. So I'm going to go with my first choice. Of course, yours maybe, if you're following along the Echo Park Family Album tutorial, if you will be doing that, which will come after this, maybe you will have scraps for your folio. I also show you how to make a bigger folio to go in the pocket of that album. So if you don't have this folio, there's no need to worry. You're going to have something to tuck into that pocket. So there's that. Okay, and now we need to cover this. So I need a bigger section of paper for that. So let me see what I've got. Okay, so I had this piece, but I don't want to use that floral. I'm going to use this same dark green that I used on the front of the flap. So it needs to be, what did I say? I measured it. Side to side is 4 1/2, so 4 1/4. Okay, 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. Looked a little narrow there, but I'm going to go with it. So yeah, I could have cut it a little wider, but it's going to work. So we glue that in. Probably should have been 4 3/8 maybe. We're still going to make this one work like this. So here we go, line it up. Now this in the background is where our accordion pages are going to go. And since I took that flap out, some people leave them loose in the album, but I'm going to attach it down. Just like that. So you have your, see how the angles are? This is the big one here. So you can make it like a pocket if you want to, which I think is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put glue along the bottom edge and on each side. And that will make a tuck spot if you want to use it that way. And then this is going to go in here. I'm going to bring it down about 1/4 inch from the bottom. Looks like about 1/8 of an inch from each side. I'm going to open this up and burnish it in here on the sides and the bottom. And so that makes the pocket there. So now I just need to decide what papers I want on all these and what I have to go in on this. And we'll get these all patterned, and you're going to cut them the same way we did this angle pocket. We're going to measure our top and our size, our long side first, and then we'll angle cut that. Okay, so for this first little flap here, I measured it, and it is, the tallest point is 3.5, so I want that to be 3.25, and its width is 4, so that's 3 3/4. So I cut 2 pieces that size. Okay, now then, to get our measurements for this slant, the short side is, whoops, let me go on the camera. The short side is 3 inches, so a quarter short is 3 3/4, and I want this piece here on it. So the short side is 3 inches, so 2 3/4 is what I want. 2 3/4 here. I'm going to mark my pencil right there. It's a little hard to see, but I got it marked right there. So if I turn this, got to make sure. Okay, so this is where I'm going to cut it from here to this point. So here, line that in the groove, and this point in the groove. Just make sure you're slicing off the right direction. So that's real important. So now, when we glue this on, it's going to fit pretty much like it should. See if I do it there. I need to slice off a little bit on the bottom. I don't know how I got that off. Let's see how that does. Just cut it to straighten it, cut from the bottom to straighten it up. Okay, that's pretty close. So let's go ahead and glue that on. And that's how you're going to do each section. And I am going to try to do front and back, because I just think it'd be really pretty with all the different colors if I've got enough scraps. So we got that. So this side here, I lay it like this. So the short side was 2 3/4. So we get 2 3/4 here. We're going to cut it. And up 2 3/4, and this would be the tick mark from here to this corner. Yep. So from this tick mark right there to this corner here, it's just cutting off a little triangle there, and then that should fit. Yeah, I did a little bit better. Kind of got to have an angle here. I don't know why. I'm not getting it quite where I want it. Okay, here we go. Kind of got a funny shape to them. So we glue that on. So I'm going to go through and do each one basically the same way to get my angle like that. So you need to do this one, this one, this one, and then the big one back here. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more pieces. So I'm going to get those cut, glue them on, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have added the pattern paper on all the accordion, which is attached down. So I use the gold here, or the yellow, solid, this print, this one, the dark green print. It is a print. this darker print here, here. So whatever you have to finish it up. So it is an accordion, and it will close up like that. So I also did the tag off camera. So I cut a scrap of paper. I did put a sticker there and punch a hole through it, one of the round circles, and tied my ribbon in, and then I added a sticker of a butterfly on top of this Home with Family sticker. I left the back plain so you could put a picture there and just kind of tuck that in, kind of keep it flat. You don't want it real, real thick. So just decorate that up. See what else we have. We have some little banners. I could put a banner there, and I could tuck a photo under that. So just glue on the top edge just a little bit. And just kind of put a little banner there. Whatever you have in your stash that you of whatever you're working with. It's a pretty one right there. Kind of like that for a journaling card, but I want to leave it so something can be tucked behind it. So just some glue right here, not a whole lot, just to kind of make a tuck spot, a little pocket there. So you could do some journaling on that. Need a smaller one maybe. We got something smaller here we can use. Perfect Moments. No, Perfect Moments looks good over here. So just on the bottom. Center it a little bit. That way it's just tucked on the bottom. You can still tuck something in there like that if you wanted to. We've got another frame here that might work on this other page. Kind of pretty, I like that one. So I'm going to put some glue just on the bottom edge and on the outer two sides, so that you could fit a picture in there if you wanted to, like that. And a sticker that's this one. And it blends in there, but that's pretty. So we got that. Open this one up like this. I'm going to put another butterfly on this circle here. There, like that, butterfly. It could be a tuck spot. Put a small photo in there behind that and do some journaling on there. Center that a little bit better. There we go. Okay, like that. So that's that side. Let's flip this one and see what we got here. So we've got this banner here. It needs something on it. Got these little circles like that. These little flowers. Or what's this circle? It's a flower. I like that one. I'll put that on there. And this little guy here. How about the one that's green? Let's color this one. I'm going to put that one on that cut apart right here. Add a little pop of color right there on the top, a little flower. So when that comes out like that, a time to be remembered. And do we want something on this one? Too big. My family, that's cute. Put a little glue just on the bottom edge so you can tuck a photo in between there. Okay, so keeping it real. I wanted to have stuff poking out, but I don't know. I don't like the back side not being finished. So I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So that is the finished Tim Holtz folio, where I cut off the bottom and made a tag out of that. So this folds up. To finish this all up, I decided to make this the 1/2 inch sides stand up better. Perhaps if I hadn't cut that off, it might have worked better. I put a magnet, one here and one opposite, and so then I covered this magnet up with a sticker that I glued on, a story to be told. So I like how that looks. And then I took a scrap of the butterflies, even though they're going the other direction, and I covered the other magnets. So now with the magnets, that helps to square that up a little bit better, and then I can go ahead and tie my ribbon on here. And so this little Tim Holtz folio, accordion folio, is decorated and ready to go into my bigger album. I will have the tutorial for that towards the end of the week, or by the weekend. Should be done with it all by then. It's almost finished. I just need to finish the decorating and edit the videos. So this will tuck into the accordion pocket of the album, in the back of the album. So I'll also show you how to make one in case you want something different on this one. This one, I had originally put 2 ribbons, but I decided to just go with 1. So that's how you decorate this up. So like I said, this is the Tim Holtz accordion folio that you can pick up at Country Craft Creations as long as they're while supplies last. She is closing out some of the Tim Holtz stuff and had it on sale for the barn sale on November the 30th. What did I say? They're normally $6.99 and it was on sale for $3.50. So you can check the website. I'll link it down below if it's still available. See if you can still pick it up on sale. Maybe you already have one in your stash you want to use. You can decorate it with any papers of your own choice, or you can make it to go with this album, this family album with the Echo Park Family Collection. Super cute little gift if you've gotten several of these, and decorate them up, and you can change them up a little bit like I did. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel so that and click the bell for notifications so that you'll know when my next videos are ready. And of course, as always, shop at countrycraftcreations.com and check out our Facebook group, the private Facebook group, Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. You do have to request to join if you're not a member already, and answer 3 questions. It's very important that you answer the questions so that you'll be approved to join the private Facebook group where we share all our tutorials, and you get first notification of a lot of the new product that's coming into the store, or sales and things like that, virtual retreats, a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm going to get back to working on my main album, and I'm going to tuck this inside of it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.